What's up, peeps? Mr.
Morning.
CC DIY and I, you know, this guy. We're here at the Home Depot and we're picking up some paint. It's time to get started on the master bedroom. I can't wait. Yeah, I know that face. That's how I feel inside right now. We're gonna take you inside the store. Probably not gonna talk a lot because it's super freaking awkward to record in public, but I'm at least gonna take you over to the paint counter so you guys can see what colors we're getting. And then when we get home, it's just time to get painting. So let's get into this. I grabbed a couple cans of a deep base, then I started perusing paint chips. This was more of like a formality so that I could have the formula for the paint department, but I came in here knowing exactly just how much of a cave that I want our bedroom. And I had 3 ideas in mind for the main color: gray, green, or blue. Leave me a comment right now and guess which one you think it's gonna be. And stick around for the reveal in just a few minutes.
I've got 2 of you.
Yes, so exciting.
Do you need any pour spots? This is your chalk paint.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. This is gonna be great. Oh yeah, that'll do. She's gonna love that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful color. Oh my God, she's gonna love it. So excited.
Now we're going to do the Havana. Be right with you, honey.
Oh, no problem.
This is exciting too.
I see it's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yep, we're getting out just in the nick of time.
Well, I'm kind of happy because my feet are aching and I'm
Yes.
thinking about it.
Oh, that's a great color too. They're all great.
Okay, my dear.
All right, thank you so much.
much.
Happy
Same.
4th. Yes, same to you. Back home, I had to clear the walls and the room to prep for painting. With the nightstands out and the bed pushed to the middle, Matt got started taking down the curtains. I got drop cloths laid out and I was ready to go. I started by prepping the wall for faux by measuring for and then snapping some chalk lines for the tape. I'm doing a weathered wood plank look in here, and I'm not going to finish it in this video, but the entire room is coming together in the next part of this series, so be sure to get subscribed, that way you won't miss it, because, spoiler, it's a bit of a train wreck. Shocker, I know. And that train wreck starts right here, because I didn't have the size tape I needed, and my local stores didn't have it in stock. And if I ordered it, I wasn't going to get it in time to do this project. So I had to make my own. I used an X-Acto blade and then I spun a 2-inch wide roll of tape on the table flat surface. The X-Acto cut through until I had a somewhat deep, even line of tape. Somewhat. It was just under a 1/4 inch wide. And I tried to install it. Debacle number 2. Cutting tape isn't as easy as it sounds. I had a new blade on the X-Acto and everything, but no matter what I did, I just couldn't get a long run of tape before it tore off the roll. Super frustrating. And I had 5 rows of about 12 feet per row, which took me way longer than it should have. If you do something like this, don't be like me. Prepare in advance and go out and get the good tape. And if you want some ideas on how to do that, check out my girl Marissa over at Miss Flips. She is like the taping queen and will give you all kinds of great info on custom tape sizes. And the final reason why the compound just didn't turn out right, I applied it entirely too thin. So I'm using a few key tools to do a graining look, but sadly, the wall beneath this is already pretty heavily textured. I thought the graining might mask it, and to be fair, it sorta does. It would have been a lot better though if I went a lot thicker. I used a Japan scraper to apply it and then the tools to add various textures. And I just kept going across the whole wall until I got to my first obstacle, an outlet. That's where a scraper or a trowel really comes in handy when doing a finish like this. I applied the compound in sweeping motions from the area of the outlet out to the tape line, or inward from the tape line toward the outlet, just depending on where I had to fill in. That gave me a relatively consistent thickness, so it wouldn't look weird when I added the texture. At least that's what I hoped for. And I avoided the box cover completely. I'll use paint to mimic texture on that later. I used a smaller Japan scraper to scrape the compound off the top of the trim. And I did clean this off completely before painting the trim, but I did all of that off camera. Using a clay carving tool and a trowel as a ruler, I carved in some lines to indicate the end of each plank, and that was just much easier to do before the compound dried. I pulled the tape immediately, that way the compound wouldn't dry and flake off. It was during this stage that I knew I should retape and add a lot more compound, really thicken things up. But then I remembered the frustration of cutting and pulling the tape off of the roll. So I skipped it. Like I said, this is not my best work, but I just kinda hoped the dark color would conceal some of the ills in this faux. And then, finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, the paint. Well, the primer, but you still get the idea. And I chose green. Yep, I know it looks brown, but wait until you see the finished room. If a chameleon color ever existed, this is it. This is one of the darkest green colors I've ever used, and I'm definitely in love. What do you think? Are we gonna live our cave life dreams in this room? I think so. Now, pay no mind to the roller cover that I'm using. I only had one large cover left and I needed it to help paint down at my sister and brother-in-law's place right after finishing this room. So I'm using a mini fabric roller. It got the job done, but this one wall took me close to an hour in total to complete. Not ideal, but at least the compound had a chance to dry. But honestly, I was beat after rolling the first wall, so I called it a night and started bright and early the next day. Then I rolled and moved around to finish priming the rest of the room. I used another small roller, but with a heavy half-inch nap to roll the paint over the compound. That really helps to get the paint down into the crevices and grooves of the faux. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, hell, it doesn't look that bad. And as of this point, I agree. Things take a turn down the road. But let's just pretend that doesn't happen and keep moving forward with the paint. I asked Matt for some help with reinstalling the blinds, and this is where you can really tell that the paint is something green when it's up against something brown. I'm fully in love. And that's where I'm leaving all of you this time, but like I said, you should get subscribed because I'm doing all of the wrap-up of this room in the next video. The faux weathered wood, closet doors, faux walnut on all of the trim, and the actual paint color on the walls. It'll be a race to the finish line, but this cave should be done before the end of summer. Next week, I'll be back with a beautiful furniture makeover, so pop on over to my community page if you want behind the scenes and other fun stuff. I totally love chatting with all of you over there. But that's all I've got for this one. Thanks so much for being here and watching. Later, peeps! Oh, I can't do things backwards. I'm bad with the camera. But hopefully it looks alright. I mean, I think I'll be able to dry brush over all of that. We'll see. Okay, moving the bed. Yes. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna need help. We'll see. I need help. Am I still recording? Good Lord.